Vamos a empezar. Vamos a empezar. Vamos a is, oh my God, that's a common thing to say right here. Vamos a. Vamos a. And you can pretty much replace this. We have empezar, but you can replace it with comer, caminar, trabajar. I don't know, like many different verbs. And vamos a, it's similar to saying let's, and then you add a verb, right? Let's dance. Vamos a bailar. Vamos a empezar. You know the meaning of the verb empezar, to start, to begin. So you pretty much know the meaning of this. This means let's begin, let's start, and also we're going to start. Okay? So it depends on the situation, but those are the meanings of vamos a empezar. You're technically saying nosotros vamos a empezar, but, well, that's if you want to say we're going to start. Okay, so that's pretty much the literal translation. But as a phrase, vamos a, it's very similar to let's. Okay, and empezar, begin or start. Okay, very good. Now the first example, guys, we're almost done. We have only one more phrase after this, so that was pretty fast. Vamos a empezar. Siéntate. Vamos a empezar. Siéntate. So this, a lot of teachers say this in Spanish, especially, you know, when they have to, or teachers talk to young people, very young people, like kids or whatnot, you know, kids, teenagers, and so on. And this means we're going to start. Sit down. Okay. It can also mean let's begin, sit down, but it makes more sense if you just want people to sit down because you're going to start talking, or you guys, the whole group is going to start doing something. It can be, yeah, you're talking to pretty much a group of people when you say this. Vamos a empezar. Vamos a empezar. Siéntate. Okay? Siéntate. Siéntate is a command and it means sit down. So, siéntate. You can add please after. Vamos a empezar. Siéntate, por favor. Or, you know, or not. You don't have to say please, but I recommend you saying please. You should say please. Okay. Now, siéntate, this is said to one person. Okay. Siéntate, sit down. Even though you're kind of, I said a few seconds ago, you're pretty much saying this to a group of people. I mean, the group of people can be two. You, right? You and me. So vamos a empezar. Both of us. Okay, we are going to start. So siéntate means sit down. It's a command that you use to, well, you say that to one person. Okay, siéntate. Vamos a empezar. You know what that means. We're going to start. Okay. Now, if you want to say this to a group of people, then you gotta change siéntate. Okay, you have to say this to, well, you're gonna say this to a group of people. So you can say siéntense. Sí, siéntense. Okay? And you don't need the accent. Siéntense. Okay? So just like that, you change it to just use it with a group of people. I know it says it almost says sentence, but it's not sentence. It's siéntense. 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 Okay? And that means sit down. And you're saying that to a group of people, not only one person. I just wanted to let you know that. If it's polite or rather formal, then you have to say siéntese. Siéntese. Okay? Siéntese. I'm sorry. I just sorry, hang on. I'm just double checking something. Siéntese. Okay, hang on. Sometimes, because verbs are irregular, sometimes the spelling is different. Okay. Siéntese. Siéntese. Okay. So yes, that apparently that is. So this is formal, guys. This is formal. You're saying this to someone who is, you don't know, or someone who is older than you, usually. Okay? Usually. Oops, this moved. Okay. So now you know. Now you know. Now, what did I have before? Hang on. I have siéntate. Siéntate, informal. Siéntese, formal. Okay? And you're saying that to one person only. Excellent. Now, let's look at the next example. Vamos a empezar. Oops, I forgot the capital letter there. Vamos a empezar. Wrong brush. Vamos a empezar. Que se está haciendo muy tarde. Vamos a empezar. Que se está haciendo muy tarde. This means let's begin. It's getting very late. Vamos a empezar. This phrase is usually used at the beginning of the sentence. Pretty much all the time. Yeah. You're gonna find it at the beginning of the sentence. Vamos a empezar. Vamos a empezar. Always at the beginning. Que se está. This is very interesting because, okay, vamos a empezar means let's begin, right? Que se está. It's similar to saying it's getting, okay? But que se está haciendo, it's also part of the phrase that means it's getting. Que se está haciendo, it's getting muy, very tarde, late. Que se está haciendo, que se está, even like que se está is a common phrase that you're just saying it's, and then something's happening with that, okay? In this situation, haciendo muy tarde, it means getting very late, Okay, for example, I could use this phrase que se está quemando. It's getting burnt. Okay, que se está quemando. It's getting burnt. Or que se está cayendo. It's falling. So this phrase right here is very interesting because it's another common phrase that is used when you want to let someone know that something is happening. Okay, good or bad, dangerous or not dangerous. So we can talk about this phrase later in the future because I think this deserves more than a few minutes to talk about. Okay, excellent. So, ¿qué se está haciendo? It's similar to saying it's getting. Muy tarde, very late. So, you can use vamos a empezar every time you want to say let's begin, let's start, or we're going to start. You can even use it by itself if you want to say we're going to start. That's it. Vamos a empezar. Or if you want to say just let's begin. Okay. Teachers use this phrase a lot. Vamos a empezar when they start, talking to the students. So it's a very common phrase, not only among teachers, but everybody can say this phrase, but it's commonly said by teachers a lot.